Morning, guys. Mm. Just still getting the last few things set up here. Hmm. Pretty big size CPI number this morning. If you were borrowing on the CPI numbers, those kind of popped off at 8:30 this morning. Right now, we could get a nice little 15-minute candle setup. Let's see how large it is. About 30 points at the moment, so that's usually a pretty nice little size on the 15 minutes. Um, I feel like even if we push down this morning, that we're just going to bounce. If you kind of go back and look at overnight price action, I mean, we pretty much consolidated for almost 5 or 6 straight hours before we popped up there. So big pop. Right now, we're just getting little dojis. For the move up, we would almost need to get through the 30s. And even if we move to the top side, we're still looking at a lot of resistance. A big order block up there was starting around 30,000. So that's the only thing that sucks about the push up this morning. Which I mean, no, never mind. That's yeah, that's a huge order block right there. See, I think most days we do need a pullback, so I definitely feel like we could possibly run back to the middle of this 15 minutes. But for some reason, if we start pushing up, it could be one of these days after a news candle where this is the only pullback of the day and we just grind higher and higher. That's the only thing I'm worried about with price action. If it just kind of turns into a grindy type price action, then it would just make it for a crappy day. Mm. See, Rico candles are actually starting to kind of pop around a little bit, and we pretty much see what I mean by grinding. I didn't know if it's going to be one of those grindy type price action where we follow the 9 EMA up all day. For some reason, you get that after a big news candle some mornings. So, like, we ran all the levels, pretty much this big news candle. I mean, this is a 200-point move candle. So, we ran all the levels. Now could just be the rest of the day, just kind of a grindy type price action, which usually sucks. So, I don't know. I don't know. I almost want to try the opening with a couple micros and see if we can get like a big runner this morning and see if we get a big pop. Um, what, like a few micros? Good morning, Carter. Nice. Stick, stick to the seal Pokemon cards. I like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, we're probably not going to do nothing for the first few minutes besides just sit on our hands. The only reason why I said something about the pullback is, yeah, that's pretty wild with the Pokemon cards. Who prices those? Who is it? Who prices those things out like that? Is that just what the market? It's just like a market structure type thing. It's just what the market's paying. Or is it like baseball cards where they have like a little like back in the day where baseball cards had a like a little book that tells you how much stuff they are. Mm. I don't know a whole lot about Pokemon cards. Oh, okay. So eBay, a lot of times what people are okay, so basically it's just whatever the market's paying for it. So it's market structure. There's not like a business and stuff, kind of like you did the baseball cards back in the day and say, okay, this baseball card is worth this much. Okay. So it's just what the market's paying. Okay. Nice. Okay, just hold the sell packs and hold for 10 years. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, if you bought them for $3 and they're selling for 350, I mean, that's pretty wild. I mean, I guess that just says there's a lot of adults buying Pokemon cards because, there's probably not a lot of little kids with that kind of money throwing down on the Pokemon cards. So, so if you're just joining us, guys, this big, huge candle that we had this morning, this was CPI numbers. Usually the CPI numbers will usually give us a fairly big move. Man, that is just wild. It's almost kind of like the Lego market, isn't it? Where people buy and hold those old Legos for a long period of time. So, We didn't really take any trades yesterday because we knew CPI was coming out today, and there was a lot of choppy moments. I mean, you can see all of Asia. I mean, the London session just chopped sideways. So, I mean, if you're like a good range trader, man, range traders were just probably destroying it there in the Asia market. You can see, I mean, 100 points in Asia is usually pretty low, less than 100 point, right at 100 points. Time is there? What's up, iTrades? Mm-hmm. How was everyone's trading yesterday? We were on My Funded Futures TV yesterday morning, so we did not take any like as far as funded trades or any of that stuff. I think we tried an eval trade. We actually had a nice eval trade, but I wasn't paying attention to the charts, and it come back and stopped me out before it went down 100 points. So we missed out on that trade. Sometimes it's really hard to focus on trading whenever I'm over there because you're just kind of focused on the chat and trying to be interactive, and it's very tough. So that's why sometimes whenever I get quiet, whenever I'm on the stream, it's just because I'm just trying to focus on charts, especially early in the morning when looking for those funded trades. Uh, Unfortunately, we did not take any trades on those three fundeds that are, I mean, the closest to payout, which we have three. They're all within between $200 to $600. So hoping to find a trade on those today. So we'll just see what happens. If it looks like it's going to be choppy this morning, we definitely won't trade it. We'll just strictly go to evals. We have so many freaking evals that we can trade. We have at least 5 different evals, 6 different evals that we need to trade. We have 3 with Bewley, at least 1 with Lucive, and 2 with My Funded Futures. So a lot of evals that we got to try to get past. So, I mean, we'll just rotate through them. Hopefully, everyone had a good weekend, good Monday. Summer price action has been kind of iffy. The VIX has been kind of high today. VIX is sitting around 17. So that means that usually anytime like 17 to 20, usually that means we're going to have good volume today. You just don't want it so high that your stop loss has to be like so massive. And we were trying to start trading on the ES, but like I said, the ES already kind of ran all of its levels. The ES literally went from the previous day high all the way down to the previous day low. Like it was down at the previous day low, took out the previous day high on that one big candle, almost 50 points on the ES this morning. Oh, the old gold people were out early today. So we still got about 13 minutes before the market opens. I think we do have a Fed speaker later today, but I don't think it's going to be a Fed speaker to move the market. Just remember, we've gotten hit 2 days in a row, Friday and yesterday, with the Trump news scandals or whatever news is coming out about the Strait of Hormuz or whatever oil or whatever's happening in the Middle East. We've gotten hit twice with those candles. So hopefully you're not one of the ones who kind of took that blunt. I did get unfortunately caught in that Friday. And I was actually in a good trade before that happened too. Luckily, I wasn't in over leverage. We were just in one micro. But even being in one micro, I still lost all my profit because at one point we were up like 140 or $50 on the trade, and the time it stopped me out, I think we were negative 44. So we ended up finishing in the red because of that candle. I know there were some guys yesterday that I saw in the lobby that were they got caught in the big move also to the downside, especially if you don't have a stop loss. Even with a stop loss, it's usually, with high volume like that, it does not respect that stop loss until like 20 or 30 points below or more. And that was like almost a 200 to 300 point candle. It was good size, or maybe about 200 points. So, mm, uh, woo, I thought we were going to get the move up. This is about the 50% of the previous hourly candle right here, guys. That's the 50 mark. Y'all know me. I like to trade around these 15 minutes. A lot of times, the market, especially in the mornings, likes to pull back 50% into these 15-minute candles. So I usually trade on the opposite side of 15 minutes, like that this current 15-minute candle that we're trading in now from 9 o'clock to 9:15. So most of the time, if we're below that 15-minute candle, we're looking for shorts. Above it, we're looking for longs. I do like the longs this morning. The only reason I like the longs, if you're looking at the MNQ, there is no wick on the top of that 5-minute candle, and a lot of times we like to retrace to those candles. I'm usually not a big fan whenever the market gets kind of off skew like this from a news candle. Good morning, good sir. How are you doing? It was CPI numbers this morning. That's what the 200 point candle or 300 point candle was. But I hate that it messes up the structure of the move early in the morning. That's the only thing I hate about these big news candles like this. Definitely messes up the structure. I've never really looked into the details of it. I'm assuming like the average cost of goods. I can go look it up real quick. It gives you more in detail under the news. It's usually like a, let's see. Let me look it up real quick. Kind of gives you a little bit more in depth. Mm. Okay, yeah, so that's right. It just the this what is it? It's pretty much a price index. CPI measures the change in the price of goods and services. No. Well, the thing about with the Iraq war is it's so random. That's the only thing that sucks about the war news. You know, you can't really prepare for it or like, okay, I don't need to be anywhere near the market whenever like certain news is coming out, but well, I was on if I'm not on the stream in the morning, Nick, they changed the hours on my funded future streams and I was over there yesterday from 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock to 10:30. And with CPI numbers coming out this morning, I didn't want to trade last night because I wasn't sure what the price action is going to be like, if it's going to be choppy. Unfortunately, the Asia market got me, the London session got the chop last night where they were just trading sideways. Yeah, that. Oh, you went to sleep early last night? Yeah. Yeah, the that is definitely bad for a lot of the European countries. They get a lot of their energy out of that area. Them and I think China, a lot of the Asian countries. But I know oil is a global, so it affects everybody. Affects everybody. Nick, if you want to also go over to Discord, I have a live running in Discord. That way, if you want to throw some call outs in there, if you got a microphone. Oh, you're done for the day? Okay. Oh, you thinking there'll be puts today? I don't ever look too much into options and puts. You just go to Discord and select live. Uh, Yeah, I just don't know if I could handle someone talking to me nonstop. Like, if you want to just torment, like, hey, I'm looking for a short here. This looks like a good possible entry or something like that. I'm trying to think, where the hell is this music coming from? Oh. And it's also, there's no delay. So in Discord, there's no delay. Where, like, if you watch on YouTube or anything like that, there's always that 5 or 7 second delay where, sometimes I jump into trades and the time YouTube sees it, I've already hit the first 10 points. See, we're already kind of breaking out to the upside of our 15 minutes. So I'm still looking for the move up here to all the way to 920. I just don't know if we're going to get that quick pullback we need to jump in. So I'm hoping, since there's no wick on this 5-minute candle, that this thing will pull back, hit the 800s. These are just my basic charts, the ones in Discord. And like I said, ES has already kind of ran all of its levels. You got about a minute 30 seconds. Josh needs $3.19. What? Oh, that's kind of funny to me. $3.50 or 19 cents. Oh, goodness. Oh, we're already back into our thing. So 15 minutes here. I say we go straight up, man. This looks like it's going to be a nice little 15-minute opening candle. I like where we pop outside the 15 minutes. We already put the wick on there. It's probably just going to explode to the top here. Let's see. Is this thing just going to trap folks in? Looks super trappy right now, guys. Super trappy. So like I said, I'm just still sitting on my hands. Oh, it didn't hold. Yeah. Like I said, I'm still just kind of sitting on my hands. This thing's just so trappy on both sides. Hmm. Man, I want to see the big. I'd rather see the big move to the upside. I mean, at the most, we could pull back down to 600. I mean, that's still a long ways down, 150 points. Uh, did anybody take a short or long? This isn't even not even really great price action, guys. This price action's just you can just tell it just doesn't look like it has the volume there that you want to see. So you just don't know if it's going to be super choppy. I'm definitely staying away from shorts. Even though we've already kind of sold down, what out of that 15-minute candle, about 60 points. Big, nice boner candle today. $72. Yeah, that 675, 6 areas, nice support. Same here, man. I'm just kind of waiting. I don't know if this is going to be like a big wick kind of fake out candle. If the pullback here is you want to see the pullback maybe up to 776, what would make this a better possible short here? But the only thing is, man, there is so much consolidation down here below the 650s that it'd be hard for me to believe that we would get through the 650s. I don't like the longs unless we're pretty much back above 800s, where we're back above that 15 minutes. Does anybody feel like sharing a trade if they're in a trade right now? If you're in a long or short, maybe you're looking for a certain area. We still have the pivot down there at 640s. Good morning, Wes. Look there. All right, here's that 15-minute candle that we were talking about, how we pull back into our 15 minutes at 64. So this could be the pullback spot if you like to trade off that 15-minute candle. See, a lot of times this is where it pulls back into that. So you want to either blast this level, the 15 minutes. I'm waiting for one more 5-minute candle. Oh, nice on your PA long there at 698, man. That's awesome. 100 points. Nice long PAJ. About to have a new candle. Hmm. Hmm. Very tough area right here, guys. So either needs to go straight up. Yeah. Kind of bouncing off that 21 EMA at the 739s on the 5 minutes. To me, this stuff looks so trappy at the moment, guys. Very trappy. Like I said, we're still sitting on our hands and waiting. So we're already kind of 3 minutes into this 5-minute candle. And so I try to stay away from the 5-minute candles if we're already over halfway through it, because it doesn't really kind of give you any clarity which way we're going. I mean, it looks like we're moving back down. We're going to create another little order block here. We're inside of a bullish, bearish order block at the moment. But it just seems so trappy on both sides. Nice. Yeah, you just don't know, man. It could push all the way back down to the bottom of those legs where you got long at PAJ. Price action really hasn't been that great this morning. Like I said, we just are not getting any follow through. We're kind of just setting up consolidation zones. It's almost like even taking the shorts down into the 600s. I mean, that's what, maybe 670 before you get another bounce, 680. Then below that, you got all that consolidation on that 4 hour candle at 650. So that's why I don't really like the move to the downside. I prefer to go to the upside. So you're definitely not getting the good like follow through. It's almost like you got to take profits this morning instead of just trying to look for the bigger trade. We're doing pretty good. We're just hanging out, waiting for price action to maybe kind of look normal, get some kind of structure with pullbacks. But right now, we're just kind of barcoding sideways on the 5 minutes, and there's really not a lot to do here. I mean, unless you can trade the range. I mean, if you're good at range, this is probably your bread and butter, but I don't do good with range, so I usually try to stay away from it. Like I said, I was really only a fan of the moves to the upside. This is a 5 minute inside bar here. If you like inside bar, but that's also a 90 point effing stop loss. Like I said, I don't trade inside that 9 o'clock 15 minute candle, and that's where we're at. I'm waiting. The top of that 15 minute candle is at 809. Right there to the top of that 15 minute candle, guys. Oh, that was so dirty. I hit right at the top of that 15 minute candle just to yank back freaking, what, 50 points, 40 points. That if you want to wonder what we ran into, right there is another bearish order block there at the 800s. Oh, what a nasty fake out that was. Hmm. I have definitely not liked this price action for like my normal funded accounts today. So may have to go with the new funded. Just man, Oh no. It's just remember, I don't trade inside that 15-minute candle. I'm so glad it didn't break it because it could have suckered me in. It hit right there at the top of it too. The 809. Yeah. So we're just kind of like I said, we're just still sitting on the sidelines here. Oh my goodness. Hmm. I didn't even know there was news at 10 o'clock today. Hometown. I thought we were done with the news for the day. What time is it? Okay, we got 10 minutes. I've just been sitting on my hands all morning. I haven't really even taken any trades. I mean, you had some big moves down, but the price action is just not clean this morning. So, and I just don't want to chase. You got to think we're still inside of our 9 o'clock 15-minute candle. It's still an inside bar trade. If you're into the inside bar has not failed. What sucks is it's like you want to get long, but man, some of these pullbacks have been insane today. I've been wanting to get the move up there to the 922. But like I said, I know we're going into a bearish OB at the moment. So hopefully no one got uh, caught into the chop this morning. What is the 10 o'clock news today? Is it some three-star news or what is it? I want to see it break back above the 810s, 820s and get back up there. So, Hometown says we got 10 o'clock news today, guys. So be aware of that if you're in a trade at that time. Stretch it out, Aspen. Stretch it out. Aspen nails are long. I just had those things cut too. Oh, just broke that previous 5 minute candle. Remember, this is still technically an inside bar trade. If you're into that first inside bar trade, it's still a valid trade unless it breaks the 700s. So these are some ugly, ugly, nasty 5 minute candles, guys. So there's really not anything to do here. I mean, unless you're good at range, where it's almost like we're just gotten wick eaters here. So even if you would almost need to see this next candle print above the eight nines or something, then have that next candle wick back into like the 810s or 800s or something like that. So we should pop. You thinking we pop above the 710s or 770s? All right, about to get a new 5 minute candle here. Mm, holy goodness. So this move will be very difficult to graph because it's going to just happen so random. Maybe that's what we're waiting for. I thought someone said Ward. Is it Ward, whatever the Fed speaker? Is that who's coming on? Let's see here. Uh, no, I don't guess that Ward guy does speak. It's like another. I guess I don't really see any market moving news to move the market. So probably don't have to worry about the 10 o'clock news. Not enough to make it where it should wreck you. Yeah, that washes the yeah, he's I know yeah, the new Fed chair. But I don't think he speaks though today, does he? I didn't see him on that news thing. Is anybody in a trade at the moment? Anybody feel like sharing? Are you trapped in a trade? I'm looking, like I said, man, I want to see the big candle to the top side. The bottom side, I don't even want to touch because that's like 5 hours of consolidation down through there. You're just waiting for the 10 o'clock to 10:15. Shoot, I may be on that with you. I don't think I'm gonna trade my one fundeds that are my good fundeds because I have three fundeds that are pretty close to payout, and so we may trade a funded account that we don't really have any profit on. So we're just gonna sit on our hands and wait. So good deal if you're patient enough to sit on your hands, or if you're good at range trading. These are kind of like wick eating candles where you would just keep buying longs or short after the wick ran the previous wick, and once it failed, it failed. So if you like to do that type of trading, yeah, definitely just barcoding sideways. I don't do good with barcoding, so I just try to stay away from it. I want to see us close above the 800 with a wick back into the 800. I feel like that would be the cleanest move here. Same here. I want to look for a trade up to 900. There is a 5 minute candle up there with no wick, and that's a data wick candle also up there at 920s. So that's kind of what I want to see us run. I don't even want to touch the shorts today, Prayer Kid. Just the fact that we consolidated sideways for 5 hours. I would need to see it print above 900 with a wick back into that area. That's kind of what I want to see, Nick. But where it's just wicking above it, then pulling back. Like, I want to see like the body of the candle close above 800 with a small wick. I don't want to see these 30, 40 point wicks. We got 30 seconds left on this candle. We need it to push. Come on, get on up there. We need a good looking 5 minute candle. Good looking 5 minute candle is what we need here. So it's kind of like you want to see the body close above this 800. See how it didn't even get up there. Man, it's like it still just could not close above it. And I just feel like any long would just be a trap. Do you still have chart trade accounts? I'm not sure what that means. Woo. Like I said, this is still a inside bar. Yeah, I still have it. I I have like $64 on it. I don't really have any cash on it. It's a 25K. It's that I paid $10 for. Yeah, if you got a trade, I'll sling that on there with you. You know, like I said, that's do not trade that account. I'll put it on there just in case. Dude, it's been a straight wall up there. I don't know if it'll lets me name the account though. Man, this is almost a 100 point move down. Oh, okay. I know you would think that we'd bounce off all this stuff down here. Or here. Look at all that consolidation there at 625. Dude, I may put a freaking eval trade down at 625, dude. There's so many freaking wicks down there. Oh my goodness. How do we not bounce off 625? And a VWAP below it? Hmm. Look at the fuck. Look at the. What's up, S Dub? How are you doing? Nice prayer, kid. Like I said, I haven't been a big fan of the shorts. I mean, I will try like a eval trade or something. You got slaughtered on the gold. I haven't even looked at no gold stuff in a while. Hmm. I like the 630 target. That's a good target, prayer kid. Yeah, the scalping has definitely been like the key today. That 74 is kind of the line in the sand there. If we lose 74, you should get the nice push down. There are so many wicks over the next 75 points that it's going to be a tough sled in getting through there, guys. Hmm. Still sitting on my hands, guys. Still sitting on my hands. Remember, about 30 to 40 points down, guys. You got so many wicks in this area. I mean, look at all this consolidation here. So you would think 25 would give you a nice bounce here. We also have a pivot down there too at 635, 634. What time is it anyway? Is it 9 o'clock? Yeah, 9 o'clock. We also took out the that CPI low there too. Hopefully no one got super chopped up today. Hopefully, if you did catch it, you catch like the big barcoding candles. So basically that's been almost every trade as a barcode type candle. Almost want to try an eval trade right there. That was a VWAP bounce there at the 35. Remember I said there was a pivot at 35? That's the pivot bounce. Yeah, that was a nice pivot bounce. Yeah, it happened quick. I really want to try the VWAP bounce in that area. I don't know how many points you'd get off that, but you would think you'd get some. So this is just a VWAP, a eval only. Just looking for like 10 points in a bounce. For the move back up, you need 74 to hold. If we get back above that, see. Hmm, come on. There we go. Yeah, you can see that pivot still holding there, Prayer Kid. Now we'll try a possible, like I said, a eval trade at 25. No funded trades so far. The funded trades have been just straight garbage today, guys. Now, I don't recommend following these trades. I mean, this is just a complete wig bounce off the 25. This is all that is. It's not really no setup. It's just basically trying to see if we can bounce out of all this consolidation that we had from overnight during the Asia market. We've already had a couple bounces, so I wouldn't take these type stuff on fundeds. I'm just gonna leave it sitting there. Did we blast it here? Let's see if we get blasted or not, guys. Now this thing could get blasted here, like so. Yeah, this thing could just waterfall through here. Yeah, we got the. That was the. Mm, I can't hold it past 600 on this eval. Yeah, it's going to waterfall. Got to close this shit. That was your account, Nick. Oh shit, dude, that got blasted. It was only down 200. We'll see what happens. Maybe we can get it back. We got two of them. We also have another one. We have two. So don't fear. No fear. Like I said, please do not follow these eval trades, guys. I repeat this over and over. Like I said, like I said, please do not follow eval trades. So far, no funded trades. Let's see. We're going to break. You would think we'd at least run down to the 45 here. Man, things you just stopped me out to come all the way back to my entry. Oh goodness. Look how dirty that is. That's just completely effing dirty. Hmm. Oh, that was straight dirty, Nick. That was just dirty. Oh, that was so dirty. Like I said, no funded trades today, guys. Like the price action has not been the greatest of my friends, so we've been just staying away from the fundeds. Nice on your trade there, Prayer Kid. Mm. Yeah, I knew it kind of got a little shady on that third hit. That was the third hit there. Hmm. There's that 1 hour hanging man candle. Hmm. Another 714. I'm looking for like the 70 area to hold up. You can kind of see we push back into all those EMAs. Mm-hmm. Dude, this thing's been just so trappy today. This is why we're not taking these on funded trades. If you, I mean, the price action is just super tough, guys. It's just trapping people on both sides. I mean, these are like 60, 70 point wicks, and those are the hardest to sit through. So it's kind of like a while ago how I got stopped out on this candle. Then literally we pull back up over 100 points for my entry. So look like I said, we're still just sitting on our hands. We took a loss on that eval a while ago. Look at that, ran that wick again. What is that? Almost a what, 40, 80 point pullback on the wick? Whew. Like I said, guys, nasty, nasty price action here. Got 30 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. What is that, the 21 EMA? Oh, this price action's insane, guys. Anybody getting chopped up on this stuff? Because the price action has not been clean at all today. Look at this thing go. All right, we're going to wait for the next candle to see if we get a wick here. Sorry, guys, they haven't really been hardly any trading today. Got a minute something left on this 5-minute candle. Get along. Oof. Yeah, see how this stuff's just effing insane. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle here. Uh, all right. Now, this is not my trade. This is just a trade from the lobby guys. So you kind of take that at your own risk. It's not coming down, you don't think? Mm. Like I said, still no funded trades for me, guys. We stayed away from all funded trades today. Now, I do like the longs here. If this candle kind of prints out here, that's usually a nice long. This is a nick. It's an entry Nick's taken, and it's just on an eval. Remember, guys, I'm not taking any funded trades today. This market's been super choppy. I'm not going to mess up my fundeds on the price action like today. Just evals only. And now we're kind of back inside of our 15-minute range. All right, I'm gonna set this off. Take this off. Just the fact that it's about 50 points away. Oh, you only risk 5 points, Nick? Hopefully, no one got chopped up today. I think we only took a few trades today. Like I said, it was just a bounce trade. So we just tried to stay away from it. I did take like a pre-market trade that we're down like 75 bucks in. Hmm. I used to use the wick as my stop. Nice if you survived this price action today, guys. Well, are you still going to take the 735 if it bounces down there for you, Nick? No. Okay. Oh, a candle in between. To me, I find it pretty wild that, I mean, I guess we didn't run those 4 hour lows down there at the bottom. A lot of times this continues a lot higher when it does that. Oh, goodness. Dude, no funded trades for the last 2 days. There's your 33 bounce. Did it get it? No. Another little inside bar here, too. Okay, so you're looking for the. What time is it, guys? Okay. I still got about 15, 20 minutes left. Like I said, guys, been very uneventful today. I've sat on my hands pretty much the whole day. Just a few little eval trades here and there, but it's been very hard to push the trigger on the fundeds today. And I don't ever recommend following eval trades. There's your 715 bounce. Uh, did you get the entry? No, you said 51. So it might have missed your 51 entry. They missed it by like a few points too. It only works for a few seconds. Oh, goodness. Guys, these wicks have been just straight brutal today, guys. Uh, got a long ways down to the bottom there. We got strong support back down at the 576, so I kind of like to wait for the 75 to get hit. That's usually like one of my favorite areas to kind of bounce off of and bounce back up into the 90s. See how we kind of get close to that, then bounce back up just to make sure. So 707 to 719. We only have 40 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. There's that first 75 hit. Mm. See how trappy this is? This stuff is so trappy today. What are you looking for? That 19 pullback there? That 15 pullback? Oh. Hmm. Look how trappy that is. Yeah, this is ridiculous today, Wes. I wouldn't even want to touch this with my funded accounts. I mean, it's just so trappy on both sides. You're getting 30 and 40 point wicks. You can't have a decent stop loss. I mean, you just got to have massive stop loss. So, it did the same thing it did to you if you got long at that 715. It stopped you out to only go back up over 100 points. That's what happened to me a while ago, Wes. I got long and that thing went down about another 30, 40 points, then shot back up 140 points. It got me earlier. That's why I just had to close my trade out. You know, if I feel like it's going the wrong way, just shut your eval down and hold for another entry on the evals. Oh, goodness. I mean, this looks just like a 70, 80 point pullback to only go back up to the 820s. I mean, you would think this is where we would run to. Got a minute left on this candle. The only thing is, we're pulling back into this freaking massive bearish order block. That's what's stopping us to get above the 820s there, guys. That's it. Almost 11 o'clock. All right. And finally getting a good looking 5-minute candle. Thought we would at least get to 75 before we pulled back here. This is eval only. Please do not take these on your funded accounts. And this is cheap Bulanox accounts at that. Now this could easily pull back to the 50 here, and that'll be kind of my line in the sand, that 50. There's our first 50 pullback. All right, so we're just going to take our stop loss basically back to this wick. If it stops us out, it'd just be a break-even trade. This time we got, like I said, we're at break even. I mean, I may risk the like $5 or something, 5 points, and see if we get the bounce off this wick here. Got top of the hour coming. All right. Hmm. I just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, safe target's probably 800. May even go to break even depending on what this next candle looks like. Because if you're looking at on the 5 minutes on those EMAs all the way back down at 25, so this thing could easily come crashing back down. Hmm. This thing's still not looking very convincing to me, guys. This is, like I said, there's just no way I would enter this on my funded accounts. Hopefully, you protected your funded accounts today, guys. The only thing we've been trading is our cheap Bewley $10, $15 accounts. Oh, same here, sir. I only took a couple little eval trades. Um, I wouldn't. The price action has been horrible today, man. It's just running you on both sides. I mean, it sucks because that's 2 days without trading my fundeds. This thing looks like it's just coming back down. What, possibly 56? Let's see if 56 holds here. Right to 56. Yeah, 56, 57 has to hold. Yeah, I didn't get a funded trade yesterday either. Yeah, it was the day before CPI numbers, so usually that's fairly choppy the day before CPI numbers, Wes. So sometimes, I mean, if you can recognize when it's really not good for you to trade funded accounts and even expensive evals, I wouldn't even recommend trading expensive evals today either. The only thing that I'm willing to trade today is my cheap Bulanox accounts that I paid for like 10, 15 bucks for. That is some wild looking price action. Oh my goodness. That thing shot up 50 points. All right, we're going to lock some in just in case. This thing's like nuts. Oh my God, dude. don't know. Like I said, guys, I constantly have been preaching, stay away from your funded accounts. This fucking price action, dude. Ugh. Hold the 800s to move on up. Hmm. Ugh, this stuff is definitely a lot of I got you moments today, man. Hmm. Dude, I don't blame you today, Nick. Go. We're targeting that data wick up there at 920. I mean, we're going to take a run for it. I'm only doing it because it's an eval trade. Uh, Read my 4 comments down. Oh, this was before that 10 a.m. All right, let's see what happens with this next 5 minute candle. You really need to see the 30s hold here. You can even possibly get a pullback down to 806. So Oh, you have 840 as a target. Well, let's see if we get the bounce. I'm already in, so I can't. Guys, we only have about 5 more minutes. Then we got to go to my funded futures here in about 15 minutes. You guys are more than welcome to join us over there. You might have got your 40 bounce there, man. I don't really want it too much farther under the 25. I may even just take my profit because I don't really want to give back all this profit. This way we got 50 points locked in. I like to see this candle hold. So nice on your 40 call out there, Nick. But only 2 points of drawdown. So thank you guys for watching today. Like I said, I only have like a minute or two and I have to get my stuff set up. So I am going to try to hold this at to the top of that data wick at 920 is my final target. And I feel like, man, this thing could, if it gets through those 30s, those 930s, I don't see how we don't go to the 950s to 30,000s. I'll hang out for one more minute, guys. We'll wait and see what happens. So basically, you want this to kind of be your little bear flag or bull flag, where this next candle breaks out above this candle here. All right, 2 seconds left. Let's see. You want to see this one just explode out the top of this. I'm going to go and lock in some more points because if it just can't go, it's going to just come on back here. So you need to break above this previous candle here. All right, broke it. Keep it going. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Everyone have a great evening. Sorry, there really wasn't a lot of trading going on today. Today's price action was super tough, so we pretty much just kind of sat here on our hands for almost the whole freaking time. So, all right, guys, and we will see you guys tonight for the Asia session. Everyone have a great day.